Welcome back to eSIM Studios podcast, episode number 65. eSIM Studios podcast, a live stream, episode number 65. How's everybody doing out there? Hope everybody had a good day today. Cool front blew through here, brought us some really good rain. Heavy weather here last 24 hours. I think it was last night, so a little cooler. LNG still acting up as always, but it is what it is, right? We have some big news, got some big news. Ouch, shit, today. Ow, hit my funny bone. First of all, I would like to thank everybody listening to the audio podcast, the audio version. We are available across all platforms: Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. Anywhere you can get a podcast, search eSIM Studios podcast. We'll be there. Now, did some more website updating and stuff like that. So, check out flashtech.news. We got that up here on my other screen here. We will see what's going on in the tech world today. Big news is that Android 15, the beta version, was just released just a few hours ago. As we all know, if you've been tuning into this podcast, we've been talking about the developer build of Android 15 and how it's basically, it's available to whoever wants to download it and use it, but I never download and install and or use the developer preview. It tends to have quite a few bugs. It's not necessarily ready for public usage or even for somebody like me or you to use. It's called a developer preview for a reason, and that's so the developers can get their hands on the next version of Android and simply make sure their apps are gonna run fine, right, on there. So now it really was the beta version of Android 15 was released today. So beta 1 is ready to roll, and what do you know? I downloaded it and I installed it on here. So I have Android 15 beta version 1 on this device, on the Pixel 8 Pro. So I've messed around a little bit with it, and seems to be great as always. The reason why I think it jumped so fast into the beta build, because look, typically the Android versions, when they're moving on to another or upgrading to a new version of Android, it'll stay in that developer preview for a few weeks. I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, something like that. Probably around 3 to 6 weeks, I think, is the average time the developer build will come out. Very first, when a very brand new version of Android comes out, and again, just lets the developers make sure their apps are going to work just fine with the new build of Android, and then they will push the first beta version out. And that's typically when I install mine, as I did today. However, this one came fairly quick. The very first beta version of Android 15 actually came out really quick. I think it's only been a couple weeks since the developer preview was released. Now, if we take a step back and think about it, why was this version of Android 15, why did the beta version come out so much faster, so much quicker than in the years past? Well, in my mind, it's because it's already a good build. Meaning, when the developers got the developer preview a couple weeks ago, there weren't that many bugs. There was not that many things to tweak, right, in the source code, in the kernels. the implementation of code in originating their application, basically the APK, the SDKs, all that stuff that goes into building an application was basically already synced up and was a very smooth transition. Look, just since I don't have it on the screen now, but just since I've been tinkering around with the Android Studio, which is where you build an application, it's already since I've been messing with it for the last couple weeks, they've been updating that thing quite a bit. So I think everything's getting easier, everything's getting smoother transitions. There's not, because in the past, like, look, when what was it, when Android 12, it was 10 and 12 came out, I believe, is when there was a ton of bugs. Even the stable version of Android 12 was not, it seemed like it was just not ready for primetime usage. It was not ready. When the stable build was released, God, there were tons of bugs. Everybody was complaining online. So many people, battery life was horrible. Apps crashing, operating systems crashing, apps not updating, apps not showing up in the Play Store. It seemed like a relentless period in time where it was always something. It was always something. And I have spoken very highly of Android 14. I liked Android 13. We were so happy to get 13 because just to get away from Android 12, it was very buggy. Android 13, pretty good. Android 14, freaking phenomenal. So I finally feel like with Android 14, it all came together. Meaning, like, not only for the end user, me or you, using Android 14, whatever it is, whether it's a Pixel on Android 14, whether it's a nothing phone on Android 14, whether it's a Samsung phone on Android 14, because even if your phone, like Samsung, has the One UI skin on it, or you have a Sony or a Xiaomi, whatever type of skin you have on top of Android 14, it's still Android 14. So the source code, the base foundation operating system, so to speak, is all Android 14, and it's all good, right? So I have really, really high hopes for Android 15. Cannot wait to start using this some more and get my hands on this thing. Now, I am going to be doing some testing. They're supposed to have a new webcam interface for here. Kind of hit or miss. I haven't really been able to get it to work on 14. I've been on the beta forever, but I think 15 is where they make some changes with built-in webcam, where I can use it with my computer. And we'll go through the features here, and I put up an article on our website with all the new features we can look forward to in Android 15. But Pixel always gets them first, and that's why we love Pixel. And I believe you can expect to see Android 15 on your device if you don't have a Pixel. It's gonna depend, right? I think Samsung gets them towards the end of the year, from what I remember. Traditionally, I think it's around November is when they get the next version of Android. So I believe in November is when the S24s will get updated. Seems like a ways away, but again, that's one of the advantages of using a Pixel, right? You get everything faster. Nothing phone, I have no idea what their plans are. Let me see if there's an update, and we will get into the features here in just a second. There's a ton of new features. I think everybody will like it, right? And it's good. It's a lot of features for phones, a lot of features just for tablets, features for Android TV. I think Android 15 is going to take everything we loved about Android 14, just the dependability, the smoothness, and I believe Android 15 is they're basically going to build on top of that. So if you remember back in the day, which is what, 7 years ago, seems like, when there was what, Android, well shit, 7 years ago would be what, Android 7, 8. It seemed like with every release with Android 7, Android 8, Android 9, there was always a huge change, right? So when you would update, let's say from Android 7 to Android 8, it would look completely different. There would the settings menu, the pull down menu, home screen functionality, it just seemed very different whenever you would upgrade to a new Android version. As of recent, not much has changed look wise. Everything basically looks the same. As I get on here with Android 15, everything looks pretty damn similar to Android 14. I don't see anything different at all. Looks pretty damn similar. So a lot of this is going to be under the hood, behind the scenes type of stuff, and it'll just add to the phenomenal usability of this build of Android. So let's go into let's see here. Let's check out Flash Tech News. Flashtech.website. I'll have it linked in our description box down below. Or I will. I don't think you know what? Let me check it right now. Hang on. Give me just a second. Okay, so here is Flash Tech News website. What I've been working on in the back in the meantime. Now I put a number of articles up there stating I got one good article that I'm going to share with you that's got every major feature change in this Android 15. So if you're interested in what Android 15 brings, it will be in this article that I compiled. It took me a while. A lot of info in there, but let's check it out, right? So this is a one I put on the side right after. So Android 15 will let you add widgets to the lock screen on tablets. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but lock screen widgets were not available on tablets in Android 14. Let's see here. AI is coming to MacBooks with the new M4 chip later this year. Should be pretty incredible CPU, I'm assuming. But let's check out what Android 15 has to offer, right? So the very first Android 15 beta was released today for Pixel devices. So if you have a Pixel 5a all the way up to the Pixel 8 Pro, it's available to download, install, and use. If you have a Pixel Fold, you're able to use and download, install, and use Android 15. If you have a Pixel tablet, you can also download, install, and use Android 15. Let's see. There are a bunch of tablet features that Android 15 brings in, like automatic support for edge-to-edge applications. Yes, sounds weird that it was not available, but it is now. It is the stable, so get this, the stable build of Android 15 is going to launch, meaning if you're not on the beta program, when can you expect to see Android 15? Later in the summer, typically around the release of the new Pixel 9 series. So as of a year ago, I believe it was a year ago, whenever Google would release a new Pixel or a new Nexus and then a new Pixel device, it would release with the brand new version of Android, right? So when the I don't know, let's say, so when the Pixel 2 was released, it would come with a brand new version of whatever it was, Android 9 or Android 10, right? And now I think it's been 2 years. Now they stopped doing that. So now what they're doing is they're actually releasing in the next version of Android basically a month before the new Pixels launch. I don't know why they made that decision, but that's what they're now. They may not stick to that. Google tends to flip the script. They tend to change things up at any moment. So they may not stick to that same schedule here in the future. But in the past, that's how they did it. As of late, not so much. Let's see. So I'm assuming the stable build of Android 15, getting back to that, if you're not a beta user, the stable build of Android 15 should be available, I believe, right around September. From what I can remember, if they stay on their normal release schedule, the last 2 years, it will release, because look, the new Pixels, so the Pixel 9s are gonna launch in October, late October. Because check this out, they used to release their Nexus devices on Halloween. Not every year, but I remember very vividly the Nexus 5 and the Nexus 5X were released on Halloween. At the very end of October. So that's why it says here the stable build of Android 15 will be out late summer, early fall. So late summer, early fall is right around the September probably, which sounds about right, because if the new Pixels come out now, the last two versions of Pixels I believe came out in mid-October, so they're kind of bumping it up a few weeks. So if they come out in the first or second week of October, the Pixel 9 series, and they release the next version of Android a month before the Pixel series launch, that would put us right at about early September, which falls right in line with late summer, early fall. Let's see. So let's see here. let's get into the cellular network security is different in Android 15. It's basically they added another toggle. So you'll not only have your toggle to turn the cellular network on and off, meaning from your carrier, you can end that data connection with a flick of a toggle, but now you're getting an extra security notification. Do you want to be notified? Do you want to receive notifications in case the cellular network you're connected to is insecure? For whatever reason, right? Due to lack of encryption, or if the cellular network from your carrier, or if their records, your unique device or SIM identifiers, your IMEI or IMSI, are not matching up. So why would that be the case? Why would they not match up? That would be in the rare, but it does happen, case where somebody's trying to do a SIM swap, right? Or something of that sort, where if those numbers are off, it's not good. So they put a toggle in there for everybody to kind of alert you beforehand, before, a few hours pass and you're like, oh, and you finally figure out what's going on. Well, by that time it's too late. These SIM swappers drain your accounts by then. All it takes is 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and they got whatever they need. So this alerts you ASAP, right at the moment where there's a vulnerability. It'll let you know. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we need, not only from Google, not only from Pixel, but in Samsung devices, in Nothing devices, in iPhones, anything that gets cellular connectivity that can or that is vulnerable to a SIM swap attack. We need this toggle in the settings. This is going to be implemented in Android 15, and the Google Pixels will see this before anybody else. Now, I anticipate Samsung, whenever they update their devices to Android 15, or even Nothing, right? I do anticipate this becoming a widely adopted feature. It's a no-brainer, right? Alert you ASAP of any attacks, right? There's also a toggle that you can require your device to be encrypted, or your data, or your carrier services, meaning the data that's moving between your device and your carrier and or their towers. You can require that connection, that data connection, to be encrypted. So this is a all new security setup, and again, with another version of Android comes new security features, and it seems like more and more as time goes on, they're getting obviously more and more focused on adding good security features like this into Android. So I'm always glad to see them put a emphasis on security. Okay, so there's also a new full screen Wi-Fi quote-unquote privacy settings with send device name toggle. So let's see here. I was looking at this earlier because I was like, well, why would you want to where did I got lost here? I apologize. There we go. Yeah, that's where we were, right? Okay, sorry, brain fart. Apologize. These photos are too big. I need to reduce them on the website, but we'll push through it. But there is a new full screen Wi-Fi privacy settings with send device name toggle. Interesting. Nothing too big of a change, right? Now, double settings headers. that is a term that I am unfamiliar with that I will have to look into. I will do that. I'm going to take a note here and I'll rewatch this and look into the ones that I stumble on like I just did. Let's see. Here's one that everybody will love. Pixel weather widgets. New weather widgets. Yes. Very welcoming to see that, right? So pretty basic, pretty plain, but new nonetheless. Always happy to see that. That's what they will look like. You also get new preferences for setting default wallpaper app. So instead of having to go the long route whenever you choose your wallpaper and having to go through the a few extra steps, a few extra clicks, now you can set the default wallet app. Did I say wallpaper? Damn, what is going on with me right now? Wallet, like pay, wallet. Sorry. Lord have mercy. Yep, there's a default wallet app right there. It has you. If you have another app, wallet app on your device, like Samsung, you can choose your default wallet app right there. Now, edge-to-edge screens for apps targeting Android 15. Let's see, is there a difference? It's kind of hard to tell, right? Because look, the screenshot on the left that I took is not edge to edge on the left, right? Oh, I know what it says. Look at the bars. So I'm looking at left and right because when I threw this article together, I was in a hurry to start the live stream. So look at this. So look at the screenshot on the left, right? Compared to the right. The one on the left is the older. The one on the right, whoops, is the newer. Now, look at the bars on Android 14 at the bottom. You got a bottom bar and you got a top bar. Right here, essentially gone, with minus a few pixels across the bottom there. I think that's what was meant, is the edge-to-edge for apps. So yeah, I don't see anything else. But subtle changes, right? Look, sometimes we get a little ahead of ourselves thinking, oh, brand new version, there's going to be this, and there's more. That's just the ones that I've kind of came across real quick before this episode started, right? There's more, and I'm going to bring you more cool features. You're kind of boring. I'm going to bring you the cool ones tomorrow, and I'm going to be playing around with this. And trust me, we're going to hit on this again tomorrow. Now, I do have some of the known issues that were plaguing this Android 15 in the early stages, right? This will all get fixed. But look, I've only had this on mine for, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. I haven't noticed anything, but my usage has been very minimal. So the people that have been testing Android 15 for a while put some reported issues and bugs in there just so everybody is aware and got a head up on this. Let's see. So developer reported issues. Fixed a system network issue that sometimes caused adaptive connectivity services message to appear. Fixed a system issue that caused BAL blocked system toast manager messages to appear frequently while using a device. Fixed an issue that sometimes caused quick setting tiles to render incorrectly. Very interesting. Now, here are some issues that they have resolved when moving to the beta build. Meaning these were pre-existing kind of like conditions, right, for humans. These are pre-existing issues that they look to seek out and address, right? I'm not going to go through every single one of them. I will link this in the video description below. So if you're interested, also leave a link for the Android Reddit thread. Sorry, text message. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And that's it for right now. As we mentioned a couple days ago, it also offers a new Find My Device feature that was made available for a few flagship devices. That will be new and improved here in Android 15, and a couple of other things that we'll get to tomorrow. Now, let me see if... hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. All right. Before we get out of here, let me see if there's anything else in the news that we can see if there's any late breaking news that we can discuss here in the last few minutes. So here's another quick news article on another Android 15 feature. They sort of roll out, all these features don't come out boom all at once, right? So we'll actually get I can download the Android 15 beta zip file that your phone flashes basically itself in the background. We can actually pull that file, unzip it, unpack it, and basically sort through the code, see what features, what commands Android 15 can perform, and basically see what features it will enable, right? So Android 15 here could update. It says could, which means the code is there. We just don't know if Google will implement the command for that code to be run, right? So Android 15 could update your phone's NFC stack through Google Play. Now, that probably went over a lot of people's heads, but just an example of these new features that are coming out as we dig through the source code here of Android 15. Let's see. Is there any new news? So here's something that I saw that I did not read the article, but I plan on reading it here shortly. But the headline says, I wonder if I can share this screen. Let me see here. I should be able to, right? Damn it, man. I guess I cannot. Let me try one other little trick here. There we go. I knew it would work. So Google is launching a paid Chrome service. Yes. Chrome has been free for its entirety, right? But I think Google is now launching a paid service. Now, this is not geared towards, it could be, but this paid service is going to offer premium, enhanced protection for whoever needs extra protection, right? Whoever has lots of money, lots of power, politicians, CEOs, big corporations are going to want this, right? Now, it's for their Chrome Enterprise. It's kind of a catch, right? Because you see the headline, like, what? They're going to have a paid Chrome. And when you start digging through the details, it's going to be for the enterprise customers. So basically corporations, right? Corporations that have a Gmail account or have a Google Workspace account. That's who it's for. It's funny because when I did the review of this Titan security key, Google has a 2FA that they sell, a physical key that allows you cannot sign into your account unless you have this key with you and you plug it into your phone or your computer when you're signing into your Google account. Well, with this Titan security chip, it has the same offering for enterprise customers, extra protection. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then while I was recording the video with this Titan security chip, it basically locks down your whole account. Now, when you sign up for this enterprise enhanced security on their enterprise foundation or enterprise platform, you cannot download and or use any third-party apps, meaning the only applications you can use are the Google apps. Yes, so you can't download a benchmarking app. You cannot download an app that makes funny fart sounds, even though it's on the Play Store, right? You can't do it. Only Google apps. That's how they can 100% make sure that your account is essentially 100% seal-proof, tight security. Hang on one second. Okay. So anyways, there's a paid version, but it's basically for their enterprise customers. So let's see. Anything else? Let's see. I'm scanning the news here. Please, y'all, you let me know if you see anything, and I'll certainly check the news here. I don't really see anything. Interesting. Okay. Well, it looks like... No, wait, hold up. What is this? Instagram Notes gets new feature in mood blurbs in its latest update. What the hell is that? Instagram Notes. I have no idea, but look at this story on top of the Instagram Notes. How to transform your Pixel phone into a desktop PC. Let's check this out. Now, I had issues with this. Now, that's what one of the things I'm interested and looking forward to in Android 15 is the updated, not only the webcam, which I mentioned just a few minutes ago, should have enhanced usability, right? But it's also their desktop mode. They're supposed to have a Samsung DeX-like user experience, right? Where you plug it into a monitor, external monitor, and you basically get a new desktop-like experience, right? But I was not able to get it to work on my Pixel 8 Pro when I tried it. Now, that was on Android 14, but Android 15 they're supposed to change all of that. Now, what we did not know is if they're waiting for the Pixel 9, if it's going to be on the same level as, I doubt it will. But look, as long as they're striving to get there, that's always a good thing. I doubt it's going to be like Samsung DeX when it first launches. But here's another question I have is, are they going to basically launch it and promote it alongside the new Pixel 9 series? Or will it be available and ready to roll on Android 15 on Pixels? I think that'll be one of the things I test tomorrow, or probably tonight later, and definitely tomorrow, is what happens when I plug this into a monitor behind me on Android 15. Is that DeX mode going to be available? Let's see. Maybe somebody beat me to it. Let's see. Desktop mode. Okay, let's learn how to activate it. Using a smartphone is blah, 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 blah. Google's new desktop mode was first spotted. Okay. Is currently in development with a bare bones implementation that is not ready for daily use. Well, there's our answer. It is possible the feature will make it to the Android 15 public stable build later this year, but we won't hold our breath for that. That's what I was saying. I tried it out, and it actually, my portable monitor over here will recognize the devices plugged into it. Previously, nothing. No Pixel would support before this would support an external monitor like a Samsung DeX, or in Samsung do. Now, when I plugged this Pixel 8 Pro into this portable monitor over here a couple weeks ago, it would recognize it. Like I said, I could see the home screen, just the wallpaper, no icons, no notification pull-down tray, nothing, just the wallpaper, and that's it. I couldn't. Now, I paired my keyboard, Bluetooth keyboard, and Bluetooth mouse to here before I connected it. And again, after connecting it, just the wallpaper, I would move my mouse around. I was making like, what, something's going on. Keyboard wouldn't work, wouldn't activate anything. The mouse, right? You move it around, make sure it's on a couple times. It would not, the monitor would not pick it up as an input. So absolutely nothing, just a dud, just all wallpaper. Kind of like this one is right now, where it's just a design and that's it. So I'm like, well, it's picking it up, but it's not doing anything. So at least we're making progress, I guess. I mean, it's better than it has been in years past. Let's see, so to activate this, and I'll do a video on this tomorrow because I'm going to test it out myself. You have to turn on mirror. You know what? I do have a USB cable with me right here. Let's try it. Hang on. Let me move this around. Okay, so we'll go to, let me unplug the monitor. Now I probably should pair my Bluetooth. Let's see, let's go to Bluetooth, and then I'll get out of here because I gotta roll. But let's try this. Let's try it live on air. Got my Bluetooth mouse. So let me pair it right now. Got it. All right, it is paired. The mouse is paired. Let me pair a keyboard. Cool. Look at this. Can y'all see this? Look. Let me move this. Check this out. This is new. So I paired my Bluetooth mouse to here, and look. It's hard because it's mirrored. You can actually see the Bluetooth mouse on the phone. It was not like that on the last version of Android. So hopefully it works. Let's try it. So I paired the mouse. Let me pair the keyboard. Keyboard is paired. This is going smooth. I don't want to jinx myself though. Okay, now let's connect it. Oh wait, first I have to go. Let's do these on-screen instructions, right? So, and if you have a Pixel 8 or 8 Pro at home and you're on the new Android 15, this should work for you. But let's try it out. So, go to developer options. First pair your mouse and your keyboard. After that, go to developer options, and then go to activate 3 options. Enable freeform windows, and then force desktop mode, and then enable non-resizable in multi-windows. Okay, so now I'm not gonna, there's a ton of options in developer options, so what I'm going to do is search freeform windows. Oops, damn, it's paired to my keyboard. So we'll look for freeform windows. What do you know? It's at the very bottom. Okay. I'm going to activate that. Damn it, it wants me to reboot. Freak. A reboot is required to enable freeform support. Well, let's reboot it. Okay, we'll do that. And then let's see. And then we'll do force desktop mode and then enable non-resizable in multi-window. Reboot the phone and then, oh great, I may have to reboot it like a couple times. I'll have to skip this next setting and then reboot it after the third. And plug it into a display. If you don't have a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, you will need a USB-C hub or a dock to connect the screen and input devices to the phone. Some monitors may offer a USB hub feature through Type-C cable. Thunderbolt, right? Although the phone doesn't necessarily support Thunderbolt, but the connections should support it. So it's back on. Now let's go back to developer. Is my mouse still working? I might have to go soon. Let's see. Let's hurry. Mouse activated. Okay. Keyboard. Activated. So let's go back to developer settings. And let's go to force desktop mode. So we're going to search desktop mode. Okay, force desktop mode. I'm going to activate that. Okay, and then non-resizable. Also, I'm going to search multi-window and we'll see what comes up. Enable non-resizable in multi-window. Okay, that's activated. Now, I believe we just plug it in. So, can y'all see it? It's kind of behind the mic. How about right there? I'll hold it up here in a minute, but let's test it out. You know what? Oops. Oh, we got power. Now this is through a Type-C cable. It's going to power the portable monitor, and it's going to supply a display as well. At least it's supposed to. Now the phone, I just messed up on the phone. It says, "Do you want to support the monitor?" And I did not hit yes. I was talking to you and I missed the sign up. So let's unplug it. Let's plug it back in, and I should get the pop-up here. Yep. Do you want a mirror external display? Yes. Now this is a mirror, so it's not necessarily like Samsung. It works because on Samsung, it's not a mirror. You can actually be doing something on Samsung DeX and use your phone completely normal. So this is not. This appears to be a mirror of your screen, meaning whatever you have on your phone screen is going to be on this display. So you can't like use them like two separate devices like Samsung, right? Let's see. It works. Hope I don't drop it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, it's not much. It is not much. Look at that. Now, are there home widgets here? Let's see. Long pressing the home screen on the mouse. Nothing. Double click, nothing. Triple click, nothing. Pull down, nothing. Swipe side to side, nothing. Pull up, nothing. So all there, it's very basic, but look, it's baby steps, right? So all it has is the app drawer down there. Well, that was a colossal failure. At least you got a blooper. So it looks like all you have is an app drawer, and that's it. And there you go, calculator app. And it looks like you have to double click on all this stuff. Because Samsung DeX, you get a whole set of new options, desktop options, menus, all sorts of stuff. Now, I wonder if you can expand it. Or what if you rotate the phone, right? Does the phone, because it's in portrait mode. Actually, I take that back. Look. The desktop has Canva on there, but the phone does not. So you can use it like DeX. When I saw mirror, I thought it, mirrored what's on your phone. But look, the display has Canva application, and the phone has nothing. It's just on the home screen. So that's cool. So that makes it much better. At least now, let's see what it looks like if you. I'll have to play around with it some. Wonder what happens if you rotate it. I don't know. What does it say on the bottom? Interesting. Well, okay, well, at least we know it works now, the desktop mode, so that's cool. I'm going to mess around with it, and I'll probably put a video out tomorrow after I mess around with it tonight some. And in the morning, and see what other features, if any, it has. But thank God I didn't break anything when I dropped it. But yeah, that'll do it. I'm gonna get out of here. Appreciate you joining us as always, and stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll do an update on the that, as well as more features from Android 15. So far, so good. Again, I haven't noticed anything different. No bugs, nothing. So it looks like it's going to be a so far, so good. Knock on wood. I got to roll. Sorry I missed the comments, but, Yo, what's going on? Hey, Mark Nash, what's going on? You saw me drop my, almost break my freaking monitor. Appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, I did it right now, or I did it earlier today. I got Android 15 on this Pixel 8 Pro, and I was just showing you all the new features where it has desktop mode display out, kind of like Samsung DeX, but it's got a long ways to go if it's going to compete against DeX, but baby steps, right? So at least it works. We couldn't say that with the last version of Android 14 on Pixel. So I got to get out of here. It's dinner time, and if I don't hurry, I'm going to be in trouble. So peace out. I know Mark's going to make something good for dinner tonight. Man, you always cooking good. So I really appreciate it, Mark. Thank you very much. I'm going to link if you're watching on YouTube, live, replay, or listening on the podcast, we're up to number 27 in the Philippines in tech podcasts. Yes, I have no idea how or why, but it is what it is. So I'm going to link Mark Nash's channel in the description box below here in just a second. Please go check out his channel. Boxing, entertainment, everything. He's got everything there. I watch it all the time. So go check his channel out. And oh, look, that's cool. It has a little, what do you call that? Always on display for the external monitor. Peace out.